everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all well. Today's video will be on my banana ball python Sunny. Hey, so here's Sunny boy. He is very, very shy. One of the shyest ones that we've got in our collection. It's taken him a while to get out of his ball. We've had him for about a year and a half-ish, maybe more than that, maybe two. Yeah, so the reason why they're called banana ball pythons isn't because the yellow colours or anything like that. If you look closely, you can see those black spots. So when we first got him, he didn't have many, and as he's getting older and growing, they're coming out a lot more. So he's got all these black spots around him, where he is, bless him. But yeah, he's a beautiful snake. He feeds okay. He does have a few times where he does miss a feed, but that happens now and then, don't worry too much. He did feed on Wednesday, today is Saturday, so all is well with Sunny. Well, whether he'll come out of this ball, I don't know, who knows, eh? So today I've decided to talk to you about ball pythons. There's a few people out there who never had snakes before that would like to own a snake, and I would say go with these guys. Ball pythons are amazing, easy to handle, good feeders, and easy to keep. They're not skittish, they're very, very well behaved, like this one, because he just won't come out to say hello. He did just poke his head out just a minute ago. So I'm going to give you a few bits of information on, oh, here he is, look, bless him. So a few bits of information on ball pythons. So the lifespan of a ball python in captivity would be about 30 years. So if you want a ball python, you've got to be dedicated, well, you've got to be dedicated to any pet, anything. The record age of a ball python is actually 40 years old. Oh, that's really old. I mean, I'm 39 this year, so I'm looking alright. Anyway, so yeah, so feeding for juveniles, you would start them on pinkies, which are small mice which have no hair, no fur on them, and you ideally want to be feeding them quite frequently just to build them up, to get them used to feeding. Once they become adults, a fully sized rattle mice they would take, and you'd want to feed them once a week. Their metabolisms are very slow, so ideally, again, like feeding them 4 times in a month would be absolutely fine, because it does take them a long time to digest their food. So for the size of these raw pythons or ball pythons, the males are the smallest, so they will be 2.5 foot to 3.5 foot, and they get fully grown within 3 years. And the same with the female, but the females get a lot bigger. They will get to about 5 foot, so they're between 3 and 5 foot, and they'll get there again in 3 years' time. Now on to where they come from. So ball pythons are from the west of Central Africa. You will find these ball pythons in grasslands, shrublands and open forests. Right, so their enclosure that we have for them, you'll need a hide, some bark, which they can also go and hide in, but this is very useful for when they're shedding, because sometimes they will use something like this, as it's a rough surface, they'll use it to break the skin to start the shed, and also once they've completed the shed, if there's any stuck shed on there, at least when they go through this or rub themselves on it, it will help take off any more skin. So that's a very handy thing to have in a container. Also just for a bit of greenage, just to put that in, just make it a bit more pleasing on the eye. We also have another bit of ornament in there, which is handy again for them to rub their noses on. Yeah, so that's another good thing for when they're shedding. You can have it obviously either way up, will help them out. For Sunny, we've got him a larger water bowl than the others, because the others are smaller, a lot smaller than good old Sunny. And his hide, hello mate, you're right. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So his hide is just one of these that you can get from your reptile shop. They can be expensive. Sometimes you could just use a container that you've got at home, you know, like something that you've had a strawberries in, mushrooms, whatever, and just do a little hole for them to get into. Sometimes we've even used tubs like this to use. That's what Queenie's got at the moment, because she's the biggest python that we've got at the moment. Dude was also quite big. We've had him for about 3 years, or he's coming up to 3 years. And he's actually in shed, so when he's all done and nice looking, I will do another video of Dude, because he's got beautiful colours, a bit like Sunny. He's got like the yellows, like that sort of thing, like a pale yellow, but then he's got like really vibrant yellows as well that pop out. So yeah, hopefully within the next 2 or 3 days he will be shed and looking awesome, so I'll upload a video then. So yeah, we've got other pythons. We've got a Woma python from Australia, and we have got Lola. Lola is a leopard pastel, and we've had her for about 4 months. All our snakes that we've got at the moment are from Rainforest Exotics in Ross-on-Wye. I would highly recommend that if you're in the area, go and check them out, go and pay them a visit. Really nice staff, helpful, full of information, and you can have a look at all their snakes. You know, they've got all the time in the world for you, so I highly recommend. Nice clean shop as well. There's been some reptile shops that I've been in the past where they are not good, they're dirty, and yeah, I just like, nah, go somewhere else, thanks. I won't name them, but yeah, if you're Bristol way, you'll know who I'm talking about. But yeah, so yeah, I love his patterns. He's absolutely beautiful. He's really quite chilled out. It just takes him a bit longer to come around, and you know, as you saw, he was in a ball for quite a bit. So yeah, he's a beautiful snake, so lovely. We're hoping to breed as well, so we've got Lola, who's a female, obviously, and Queenie, and hopefully in due time Dude will be ready to breed. So the ball python actually lays eggs. They don't give birth to live babies. So in a clutch you could get around about 8 to 10 eggs or so for ball python, and not all of them survive. Some of them don't even hatch. They're called slugs. But there is other snakes that are that do give birth to live babies. Sure, at the moment off the top of my head what snakes it is, so maybe if you find out, comment in below of what snakes do give birth to live babies, and the first to do that I will mention in my next video. So yeah, I'm going to say goodbye now, and so is Sunny. If you've liked this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel so you get all notifications of when I am uploading other videos. So for now, take care, look after one another, and just behave yourselves and love your pets. Thank you. Bye bye.